In the top stories, Prime Minister Drew dispels land concerns for new JNF hospital. Antigua's Ian S. Hughes to lead CARICOM election mission in Trinidad and Tobago. And Temu and Shein to raise U.S. prices amid new tariff rules. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Thursday, April 17th, 2025. I'm your presenter, Shanique Harvey. Nationally, Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew has reaffirmed that the construction of the new climate-smart National Hospital is well on its way and unequivocally stated that there are no outstanding issues with land acquisition for the project. Addressing questions in the public domain, the Prime Minister confirmed that land acquisition matters have already been settled and that the site is secured for the construction of the hospital. He stated, quote, "There is no matter about land that will stop or delay the construction of this hospital," end quote. The new JNF General Hospital will be a state-of-the-art climate-resilient facility capable of withstanding Category 5 hurricanes and other extreme weather events. It forms part of the government's Sustainable Island State Agenda, which prioritizes climate resilience, innovation, and sustainability. The hospital will serve as the anchor of a new health city in the West Farm area. This modern health district will also include a medical research laboratory, a teaching hospital, and a medical school. The development is intended to position St. Kitts and Nevis as a leading hub for healthcare innovation and regional medical services. This transformative project stands as a testament to the commitment made by the Drew-led administration to improving healthcare outcomes and climate resilience for all citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis. Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew will travel to Washington, D.C. from April 22nd to 26th to attend the 2025 spring meetings of the World Bank Group and IMF. There, he will engage in high-level talks on economic issues affecting St. Kitts and Nevis and the wider Caribbean. In a recent radio interview, Dr. Drew emphasized the urgency of discussions on global tariffs, the region's citizenship by investment programs, and the broader economic transformation. He will also participate in key meetings outside the official forum to advocate for the Federation's financial and trade interests. The visit comes amid growing regional concerns over U.S. policy changes and global economic shifts. Accompanied by Financial Secretary Hillary Hazel and other finance officials, Dr. Drew's delegation will promote development goals under the Sustainable Island State Agenda and push for fairer global trade. This trip follows his recent diplomatic outreach, including participation in the Afro-Caribbean Investment Summit and efforts to strengthen ties with Africa, Latin America, and CARICOM. The Department of Agriculture St. Kitts continues to demonstrate its commitment to improving agricultural practices and strengthening the banana value chain with the successful hosting of a one-day banana processing and harvesting training session that was held on Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025. Held under the guidance of Mr. Derek Charles, a seasoned technical expert in banana production, the training brought together members of the department's technical staff for an intensive hands-on learning experience. The session focused on equipping participants with essential techniques for effective banana harvesting, as well as the proper post-harvest treatment and packaging methods required to maintain premium quality and maximize market value. Throughout the day, attendees engaged in practical demonstrations and discussions centered on best practices for minimizing damage during harvest, handling bananas with care during processing, and applying industry-recommended packaging methods to preserve freshness and extend shelf life. This training initiative forms part of the department's broader strategy to boost productivity and sustainability within the agricultural sector. We move now to news on the regional scene. Antigua and Barbuda's Supervisor of Elections, Ian S. Hughes, has been appointed Chief of Mission for the Caribbean Community or CARICOM Election Observer Mission to Trinidad and Tobago's general elections on April 28th. The Antigua and Barbuda Electoral Commission confirmed Hughes will oversee the delegation's operations, monitor the voting process, and deliver CARICOM's official post-election assessment. The observer team will evaluate electoral readiness, engage stakeholders, and assess the overall political environment. Hughes, a veteran in election observation, previously led CARICOM missions in the Bahamas and participated in efforts across the region. Other observer teams from the Commonwealth and the Carter Center are also expected. The election will see 161 candidates from 17 parties contest 41 parliamentary seats, with the main race expected between the ruling People's National Movement, or PNM, and an opposition coalition led by the United National Congress, or UNC. A man was shot and killed early Thursday morning at Trinidad's Piarco International Airport just hours after arriving in the country. The shooting occurred around 2:30 a.m. near the arrivals area where the victim was walking toward a waiting SUV. Gunmen opened fire, killing Hakeem Quash of Maraval and injuring another man who fled toward the Customs and Excise unit. Police recovered over 30 spent shells, including 5.56 millimeters and 9 millimeter rounds. Officers from the North Central Division and the Homicide Bureau are investigating. The shooting, described by airport staff as traumatic, sent passengers scrambling for cover and comes just days after a nationwide state of emergency, or SOE, ended on April 13th. The SOE, enacted in December 2024 to address rising gang violence, gave police expanded powers but did not include curfews. This is the second homicide since the SOE was lifted, reigniting public concern over national security and the effectiveness of emergency measures. The incident follows another troubling event at the airport, a recent fire at the Amerijet warehouse. Internationally, Temu and Shein will raise prices for U.S. customers starting April 25th, citing increased costs from new tariffs and trade policy changes. The decision follows a 145% tariff on Chinese imports and the elimination of a duty-free exemption for goods under $800 set to take effect on May 2nd under an executive order by President Donald Trump. The exemption had allowed millions of low-cost parcels, mostly from China, to enter the U.S. each day without duties. Both companies, known for ultra-low prices and aggressive online advertising, have begun cutting back on marketing. Analysts say the changes could disrupt their business models and impact platforms like TikTok and Instagram that rely on their ad spending. Amazon has launched a competing budget storefront offering low-cost goods similar to those sold by Temu and Shein. And finally, in international news, talks between Iran and the U.S. over Tehran's advancing nuclear program are at a very crucial stage, said Rafael Grossi, head of the UN's nuclear watchdog, during a visit to Iran on Thursday. Grossi stressed the IAEA's likely role in verifying any future deal ahead of a second round of negotiations set for Saturday in Rome. The first round was held last weekend in Oman. His visit came as Saudi Arabia's defense minister also traveled to Tehran, the highest level visit since a 2023 relaxation amid regional tensions over Yemen and the ongoing Israel-Hamas war. The talks carry high stakes as Iran continues enriching uranium to near weapons grade and President Trump threatens airstrikes if no deal is reached. Grossi expressed hope but cautioned, quote, "Nothing is guaranteed," end quote. And now for the weather. Present weather is cloudy skies with dust haze. Winds are a moderate breeze of 15 miles per hour from an easterly direction. The temperature for today is 28 degrees Celsius or 83 degrees Fahrenheit. Seas are 0.9 to 1.5 meters or 3 to 5 feet. The weather forecast for today and tonight predicts partly cloudy skies with a 40% or moderate chance of showers. Sunset for today will be at 6:28 p.m. and sunrise for tomorrow will be at 5:53 a.m. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your presenter, Shanique Harvey.